Hello, everyone. Happy
Hi.
Friday. Happy lockdown.
Oh, yeah.
Yay.
Lockdown up to.
Yes.
Here we go.
I know. So I've got Ben Adams here with me. And we thought we'd podcast today as we both kind of felt like, I don't know, it was really an appropriate time, especially now to, just kind of get a message out and to chat about, I guess, seeing the silver linings in all of this. And I know some of you aren't in Sydney, but if you just to kind of preface all this, like we've just kind of gone into lockdown in Sydney for a week.
Midnight tonight.
Yeah, from midnight tonight, so it doesn't start just yet. But so for a whole week, and I know I know for myself, it's like, oh shit, like I'm not going to be teaching for a whole week, and I can do online classes, but I know a lot of people are worried about it, and it's school holidays as well. Next week, it's like, oh, what are they going to do to the kids, and canceling trips. So it does affect a lot of people.
So many people.
So yeah,
businesses shut.
Yeah.
Holidays cancelled.
Exactly. I know Ben you're supposed to go away this weekend, and you cancel your trip. So yeah, so it is. It had a huge impact on a lot of us here in Sydney, but. I guess through all this, and even last time we were locked down for 3 months, I've always just tried to keep positive and see the silver linings out of all this, because that's all you really can do. That, the gratitude practices, the meditation, that really has helped me. But I know for me last time I did a lot of projects. Like I completed a few projects that I didn't have time to do before because I was so busy like running around like mad teaching, and I had never had time, so I had time to do that. And I thought this time the next week I'm gonna be on holidays. Like Dylan's in school holidays, so I'll be out of school holidays. I mean, I'll do some online classes, but I thought, you know what, just take this time to really nurture yourself and to sleep and
It's so important, man.
hang out with your son. It's like 'cause he's on school holidays, and
the relationship you have with yourself and how you treat yourself and feed yourself or look after yourself is so important, man, and it just ripples out to everybody.
100%. It's like, because once you feel better and full, then you have more to give, and you can be a better human being and be the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
So, but I actually, is during the last lockdown, a friend of mine, she's told me for that 3 months she just slept. She was like, I just slept.
Wow.
She's like, I felt amazing. She just needed it, obviously. She's like, it felt amazing, but she's like, I just slept. And I was like, wow.
Too many people get that chance, right? People are busy with work and running around. And 100%. If you can, some people might need it. Yeah,
100%. 100%. Yeah, I spoke to a few other people that just said, okay, I'm just going to have to surrender to it and just like, exactly. That's all we can do. I mean, we can get angry about it and upset, but it's like, what is that going to do? It's happening now, and it's just kind of like, so I'm just like, okay, this is what's happening, surrender to it, and just see the silver linings out of it. Yes.
I think it's so important. Like, if this COVID shit has proven anything, it just underlines how little control any of us have over anything that's going on, and you can either fight against it and waste a ton of energy and get yourself all worked up and into like toxic negative spaces, or you can just kind of surrender to it, like you say, and support it or yourself through it, and that way you just flow with it, I think, rather than just butting your head against it. You can't change the shit, man. It's on.
Exactly.
It's happening. So just get your practices right, look after yourself, get into it.
100%. I think also it's a time where we need to come together and like really support each other and help each other out there, because it's like, I was saying how it's hard for me not to be annoyed at the remote driver be mad, but I'm like, okay, well, it's what's done is done, and like, this is when we need to like work together now. It's like, like we can do this, we've got this, but rather than being mad at someone or being upset, which it's like,
it's hard.
Exactly. It is hard. It's so hard, but it's like,
The good news is the science behind this gratitude stuff backs up massively. There's so many good studies. There's one in Berkeley a few years ago where they split people into 3 groups. One group was the gratitude group, and they were tasked with every day writing down the good things that happened to them for a week or 10 days or something. One group did nothing at all. One group wrote down all the bad shit that happened to them every day. And then at the end, they like all got together, and the people that did the gratitude, not just for that 10 days, but for at least up to 3 months afterwards, were happier. They were healthier. They exercised more. They slept better. They were kinder to others and less selfless. The people that did nothing were the same. And the people that were negative and wrote down all their irritations were more aggressive, more likely to get angry. They were less likely to be able to make decisions, and they were more negative, which led to worse sleeping, which led to bad health things. Like, it was a cascade effect.
Yeah.
And bigger studies have been done on bigger groups of people, like Holocaust survivors and giant groups of people that suffer intolerable sorts of things, and the ones that are able to share those experiences, talk about those experiences positively, live longer again. They are happier, kinder, do better, visit the doctor less. Like, there's so much science to back it up.
Yeah, I 100%, I totally believe in that. It's like what you put out there, that's what's going to happen. Like, laws of attraction, and also things like, gratitude practice. Like, if you're a negative person, then that's the kind of energy that you're going to attract. It just is. Like, but if you're like, can put out the gratitude, this positive vibes, I believe that's what you're going to attract. And those are the types of people that you are going to be surrounded by those types of people.
They've done MRI scans on people that do gratitude practices, and they are better equipped to make decisions. They have a stronger vocabulary, and they are more, I don't know how to say it, team players. They talk about we's instead of I. So they will quite often, and that lends people to be more supportive of their friends because they're more empathetic. They are more able to put themselves in a shitty situation and understand what's happening with other people. Whereas people that are more negative, it's the primordial frontal cortex or lobe bit, the front bit where you make decisions. They're terrible at making decisions. They talk about I all the time, and they don't do so well.
So we gotta be positive, change that perspective.
I didn't explain that very well. Maybe I'm not being gratitude at all.
At the end of the day, just be grateful, peeps. But no, I that's something I do actually. Is I do my gratitude practice. I've told you about it. Like 10 each day, I list down 10 different things I'm grateful for, and I do different things. I try to do different things, and even if it's just little things, like grateful that like the bus came on time, I didn't have to wait, or grateful for whatever class today with someone, or grateful we got to podcast today, and just whatever, these little things, it makes such a difference in how you live and what you attract, and
and how you see your world and your outlook on life, I think. 100%. And then once you get into the habit, and it does take a bit of time and intention to actually do it and to like get in that flow, you start to see the world differently, happier, better.
100%. I totally agree with that. So gratitude practices, and of course meditation, that helps too. But it's like, we can get through this, and it's and I know in other parts of the world it was like a lot worse, and so I'm totally, I've always said I'm really grateful for being here, because we have had it pretty good, I have to say, And so I'm like, okay, we have a week, right? Maybe longer. Well, let's just say a week for now. And it's like, compared to like other parts of the world, it's like, like, can't complain. It's like, it's
pretty good. But that is a good segue to something else I wanted to say. Gratitude stuff. Like, doesn't mean, because some people say it's like toxic positivity, just pretending to be happy, and in some ways it kind of is pretending, but it's not. It's just shifting your attention, and that doesn't mean don't be sad. It doesn't mean if you've got feelings or you are having a bad day, it doesn't in any way diminish that shit. It just means that your attention for 5 minutes a day or 10 minutes a day or whatever is focused on the positive. And if you are feeling sad, that's completely allowed to have those feelings and embrace those feelings too.
100%.
Positive. 10 minutes a day, force it, do it.
That's all it is, exactly. And it totally changes your outlook on life and your perspective on life when you can focus on what you're grateful for. Because let's face it, I mean, a lot of us, I know a lot of my friends and it's like, we have it good. And it's easy to focus on, all the negative shit. Yeah, it is very easy to go down that rabbit hole, but it's like, you know, when you can think of all the things that we do have in our life, all the beautiful things, it's like, wow, it's pretty fucking good. Like, we've got it good. Like, you know, like, so yeah, it's a gratitude that definitely helps. And is there anything else you want to add, Benny? Through all this, like, how are you feeling about all this stuff?
I don't think it changes me. Like, I work for myself. I live by myself. I don't think it's going to change me day to day.
Exactly.
I just can't get coffee. That's the only thing. I can still go outside.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I can still exercise with my friend. I can exercise with friends. I just can't go into a class.
Yes. No.
So it's good. But it does make it harder. So you have to be a bit more intentional about keeping those connections going. Yeah. Which I'm sometimes quite bad at. I will quite often... I can go days without speaking to people, and I kind of think, that's fine, just one more day. And then before I know it, I'm like, because I'm an extrovert, right? So then my energy's getting lower and lower and lower. And then on like day 2 or 3, I'm just like so wiped out that I can't go find people to hang out with. And that's the thing I need to watch. That's my thing.
You need to like that connection.
I need to keep forcing it, because otherwise, like...
Yes. Yeah. Are we still able to meet like people like out on the beach or no? Not really.
I don't know, I think so.
Okay, yeah.
I think about exercise.
Yeah. You can exercise with 10 people. We can just pretend to do like some yoga or like some burpees.
Yeah, that's it. If 10 people can do it, great. I think we're fine.
Yeah. But it is. I think it's really important to keep that connection up. And
100%. People need that. People need connection.
Yeah, exactly. And but we'll get through it. So it's not...
Yeah, but it's the perfect time to put those practices in place.
It is perfect time to do that. And like I said, I offer yoga classes that are just donation-based classes, and I'm going to be running. I do it once a week already, but I'll be stepping it up next week, probably doing like 5 weeks. So yeah, if anyone's interested in doing some yoga with me, I'll do that. It's just a really nice way to just connect and just to let go of all the crap, or just to really be in the now, the present moment.
And to keep moving, right? Which is also important.
Totally, moving the body, exactly. So
in an intentional, mindful way.
Okay.
Or just dancing, like no one's watching.
Oh
that's
my God,
also good too.
Totally.
Crank on some bad tunes and just dance like a mofo.
100%. Yeah, I know. I love dancing. Yeah, any of that stuff is going to be good and healthy, and then try not to get sucked down like the drinking, because I was like, I think that can be hard too. Like when you're like, but I think it's just kind of, just still being healthy, going outside and connecting with people, like if it's not in face to face, but just
And I think the common thread with all of those things you mentioned, like the meditation, the yoga, and the gratefulness stuff, is that it is a circuit breaker in your mind to stop that negative spiral, because that spiraling is quite hard, right? Once you start going like, oh, this is shit, that person's got this, I want that, blah blah blah. It's quite easy to get like pulled into it, like a vortex. Whereas having those moments where you like stop and you breathe and you separate yourself from your thoughts, and then start switching your mind into a positive focus. That's where the magic happens.
Exactly, 100%. You're like, oh, well, I got out of that, and that's the thing we can't get out of. I know, it is very easy to get pulled down, but you can get right back up, and it's and like I said, I think during this time, instead of looking at the negativity and like, oh, maybe I won't be working for or whatever, it's like, see the positive. Spend more time on you, like spend time with your loved ones. Whatever it may be, exercising more or sleeping more or whatever it is. Yeah. It's on, like I said, I'm like, well, Dylan's on school holidays for a week, so maybe I'll be on like a little holiday too.
Could be good.
Exactly. So.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think that's
wrap it up.
Yeah, wrap it up. Sounds good, babe. So have an amazing weekend. Wherever you are. Stay safe. Exactly. Yeah, wear your mask. And keep if you want to do yoga with me, reach out to me. I'll give you the link. And Betty will podcast again when we're able to. But so. Yes. Yeah, exactly. But be safe, stay safe, and lots of love, and we'll check in with you later. Okay, if you want us to podcast about anything, let us know. Okay, bye.